Welcome to the Boxing Bookie. Pretty good fight. Can't complain about that fight. I know a lot of y'all are going to complain about the scorecards. I don't think the scorecards were totally egregious. I didn't like the 116, 112. I could see a draw. I thought maybe a draw was okay. It was a tough fight. It was a tough fight to score. I had it 7-5 or 6-6. I thought either 7-5 or 6-6. 7-5 Bivol or 6-6 were right. I could see 7-5 Beterbiev. I was talking to Muscles. Muscles had it for Beterbiev. This was a very, very tough fight to score. Interesting fight. I'm interested in seeing how y'all had it. I want to hear your scorecards. I know Rocket is saying Rocket had 7-5 Beterbiev, 7-5 Beterbiev. I'm okay with that card. I had 7-5 Bivol or 6-6. I went back between two rounds. Is the 10th that would have flipped this fight to a draw or 7-5. I heard people who had Bivol up early saying going into the last three rounds, if Bivol stays on his feet, he wins. It's like, I don't know about that. This fight is close. I had it 6-3 through 9. It's possible, very possible, that Beterbiev ran the last three rounds. Really interesting fight. Really, really, really good fight. Again, my best bet for you guys was to not bet on this fight. I know some of you like the over. I said Bivol money line. Beterbiev money line was a good bet because it was paying a little bit plus money. I like that. I thought Beterbiev by stoppage was a decent bet, plus 180. That didn't hit. Bivol by decision, plus 150. That was down to plus 120 by the time the fight started. I thought that was an okay bet. This is just a really, really difficult fight to bet. It's just really difficult throughout. Just hard fight, difficult fight, nothing easy about this fight to bet. It's one of those fights where it's extremely difficult to bet. Nothing here. Again, this fight and the Nick Ball Raymond Ford fight were the two toughest fights I've ever had to bet on. I've ever had to put videos together for. Again, my bet, at least in the Nick Ball and Raymond Ford fight, you knew it was going to go over. Like, for sure that thing was going over. That thing was going the distance, so you couldn't make money on that. This thing, there was no bet that I liked. Like, all outcomes here I thought were possible. When you have a fight where all outcomes are possible, the best bet is to sit back and enjoy and not bet. I don't know how many of y'all did that. I don't ever want to put some action on this fight. It's a big fight. It's a good fight. It didn't go down exactly as I thought it to. Bivol was tough. Bivol was tougher. I was watching this fight and I said Beterbiev's having his moments where typically he turns the fight around, right? Where he has those moments where he turns the fight. It didn't happen. Bivol would take the shots and stand in and trade back. And it was just a really, really, really difficult fight to bet. It was a hard, making money on this fight was a task. Let me get through some of these. A.R. Smith said, I agree with the decision, and I was going for Bivol. It depends on what you like. It was a very difficult fight to score. I know Beterbiev was out throwing him. He wasn't really out landing him. Who landed the better shots? I think that varied by round. I don't think there was any one fighter you could say, oh, this guy landed the better punches. This guy landed the better punches. I didn't see it like that at all. I thought each round, there were swings to each round. Many of the rounds were debatable. It was just all in all an extremely, extremely difficult fight to score. Like, that's all I can say is it was a hard fight to score. Muscle says, I had Beterbiev 7-5. Bivol was up early, though. Yeah, I think a lot of people kind of saw it that way. I had it 6-6, says Heisenberg. I don't disagree with that. I think 6-6. I texted Beterbiev. I texted Beterbiev. I texted Muscles after the fight. I said, I think we may have a draw. And I think from the diverse series of opinions that we're getting, I think a draw may have been right. I think a draw may have, we don't ever really want a draw. No one really roots for a draw, but in this case, I think a draw may have been the appropriate decision. saying I had a draw is a cop out. They say no, it's not. What if my card is 6-6? What do you want me to do with my card if it's 6-6? So I think a draw was completely reasonable. I think a draw might have been the right verdict in this one. Honestly, I enjoyed the fight though. Yeah, it was a really good fight. Really, really good fight. So I'm actually getting more people saying that Beterbiev won than I expected. I in my chats, in my texts, everyone is telling me that they thought Bivol should have won. A lot of y'all are telling me Beterbiev won. So Beterbiev came on strong, and that's what I was expecting. I was expecting Bivol to come out early, and then the question was, could Beterbiev, did he have enough gas in the tank to turn this thing around? And I thought he would need to force a stoppage. He couldn't force a stoppage, but he had won enough rounds, and he won a couple of rounds early where it was possible for him to win on the cards. And I didn't know that if he was going to be able to win on the cards, not because it was going to be robbery or anything like that. I just didn't know if he was going to be able to win on the cards. I think they should run it back. Yeah, that was going to be the next thing I brought up. Should they run this thing back? Should they run it back? I don't think anyone's going to object to them running it back. I'm still going to wait. I'm going to be on Boxing Twitter. I'm going to wait to hear the oohs and ahs on this and hear everyone's take and who thinks Beterbiev won and who thinks Bivol was robbed and who says it was a draw and who wants to see it again and who says we don't need to see it again because Beterbiev beat him. Beterbiev is 39 years old. This may be his last fight. A rematch and then retire or just retire. This is a hard fight to bet. It is a hard thing to look at. If they had a rematch, I still don't know how to bet it, right? Like, look, I have no problem really with Beterbiev getting the decision. I don't have any real objection to it. What I'm saying, though, is if you had 3 different judges in there, you could have had a decision for Bivol. Now, it doesn't work that way, but what I'm saying is the fight was so close, so competitive, and scoring is so arbitrary and subjective that if you would have put in 3 judges in there, you could have got a draw, you could have got Bivol. There's so many verdicts. So do I want to see a rematch? I absolutely want to see a rematch. 100% want to see a rematch. So I knew this fight was going to be difficult to bet. It ended up being extremely difficult to bet. I knew this fight was going to be close. The fight ended up being extremely close. So I'm happy with it. I thought it was a good day of boxing. I didn't get to watch much of the undercard. I was watching my Longhorns absolutely wreck the Sooners of Oklahoma. The not so mighty Sooners of Oklahoma got absolutely dog walked 34-3 by my Texas Longhorns. Absolute trouncing by my number 1 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, ranked number 1. So all it was a good day. I got to watch a little bit of Sky Nicholson. I thought she was dominant in the fight. I got to watch a little bit of Ben Whitaker and Liam Cameron. I told you Whitaker would win, but Liam Cameron is not trash. I didn't understand the minus 2,000. I didn't think Cameron would win the fight. I was confident Whitaker would win, but I did not like those odds. I didn't like that at all. Minus 2,000, I thought that was a little bit ridiculous. I thought that was should be more like minus 1,000, but I do want to get into guys, smash the like button, please smash the like button. Soon as Whitaker moves up in competition, he's getting beaten up. It's possible, and they're gonna move him along slowly, and they're gonna give him baby steps. And let's kind of look at Whitaker's competition. Hang on. Benjamin Whitaker, let me get his box rec pulled up. Let's look at his level of competition together, because Muscles is right. He's 8-0-1. He's got the no contest, which is a draw, I guess. We're gonna get that in a second. Interesting take. I wasn't really scoring it because, like I said, I was going back and forth between the Longhorns game. But did you guys see it like this? Whitaker and Cameron a draw, bro. I thought Whitaker won. I thought he won. Do you guys see it that close? You guys have it that close? You have a draw? Interesting. I want to hear it. I want to hear what y'all had on that. I told y'all to stay away from that fight. I didn't like the odds on it. Oh, he's saying it was a draw. Okay, it was. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, Muscles. It was a technical draw. Okay. A technical. I see. I got you, Muscles. I didn't really see much of the fight. I thought they had to stop the fight. I thought, yeah, I thought Whitaker got the decision. That's my bad. That's my bad. Only went 5 rounds. Okay, I got you. Then Sky Nicholson looked dominant. So our parlay is doing very, very well. If you guys are on the Patreon, let me get that. If you guys are on the Patreon, our lock of the week is not complete yet. We're still outstanding 2 fights in Japan this weekend, but the card looks good. So far, so good. We just need well, I'm not gonna give you the lock of the week, but we're 2 for 2 so far on a 4-leg parlay. We are waiting on 2 more fights to come through. We got Jaya Pataya that hit this morning. We got Sky Nicholson that won and won by decision. I told you guys just to take him on a money line. On my personal bet, I did take Sky to win by decision, which I thought was easy money guarantee. I said that in my live stream the other day that I'm putting that, just to be safe. You guys take the money line. It wasn't too much of a difference, but I didn't see any way that fight could end other than Sky Nicholson by decision. Sky Nicholson by decision. Sky Nicholson by decision was something I didn't see any other way that fight could end. So Sky Nicholson by decision all day. Beterbiev said, I feel not bad. I did not good today. I wanted to box today with more quality. I don't know why, but I didn't like this fight, but I'll be better one day. Beterbiev, you're 39. I don't know if you're going to do better one day. That's a really, really interesting take from Beterbiev. I want to look at Whitaker is his level of competition. Hang on. Benjamin Whitaker 8-0-1. That's not what I wanted to show you. Sorry about that. We'll get to that in just a second. Liam Cameron. Yeah, he hasn't really fought anyone yet. Leonetti. Yeah. The level of competition, some of these guys have decent records, but the level of competition for Ben Whitaker is not great. 8-0-1, 5 knockouts, got a technical draw today. I thought he got a technical decision victory over Cameron. Interesting. Interesting. Sky is special, bro. I don't disagree. I mean, she's got magical footwork. She's got excellent feet. She's hard to win rounds with. And I saw those odds. It was minus 425 per win a decision. I saw no other possible outcome in that fight. So I thought that was a really, really good bet to make. I thought Sky Nichols at minus 424 was something pretty good to build your parlay around. We still got to come through with a couple of more wins on those Japanese cards this weekend. But we are in really good shape to hit the parlay yet again. So Odds are going to be around minus 184 on this week's parlay. This will be, if we do hit this, which we definitely should, that's two more. That's 10, 11 out of 12 parlays we've hit. 11 out of 12 parlays. The one that held me back was Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua. Killing me. But we got a lot of good fights tomorrow, and there's good fights to bet on tomorrow. I got to go back and watch some more tape of Serrano. I got to go back to more tape of that. 11 out of 12 fire. Yeah. Hang on. I want to take a look real quick at these Japanese fights tomorrow. We got some good Japanese fights tomorrow. I didn't get around to watching the tape on this. Unfortunately, I wanted to. No one requested it. No one asked about it. And I ran out of time. But we got Inoue, who I think should win. Kenshiro, those odds are getting worse. Make sure to lock Kenshiro in. Christopher Rosales is shot and not that good. I think Seigo Yoki Akui is a safe bet. This is an interesting fight. I just did a video on this. It's getting no views. So if you guys want to see what I think of this fight, which I like Alasquaga, take Alasquaga. Really no upsets. That's obviously not going to be an upset, and that's obviously not going to be an upset. So really, that's obviously not going to be an upset. So there's not a lot. I mean, you could probably just parlay. Again, I don't know Awada and Noriega. I didn't watch the video on that. But the rest of this on Sunday and Monday, y'all could probably just parlay all of the favorites, and you'll probably win. I don't see any upsets in the making there outside of the one fight I didn't watch the tape on because I just didn't get to it. If we did this, hang on, I want to see what the odds would be if we just parlayed all of the favorites here. Plus 133. You hit those seven. You hit that 7-leg parlay. You get plus 133. That's not bad. That's pretty good. I mean, it's a 7-leg parlay, but I can't see you not hitting it. Nakatani by stoppage. I would imagine so. Do we have that? What is the prop on Nakatani by stoppage? Let me pull that up for you. Let me pull that up for you, Muscles. Nope, I don't have a money line on it. I don't have a prop on Nakatani by stoppage, but if they had one, I would definitely like Nakatani by stoppage. Let's take a quick peek. Let's take a quick gander over at next week's. What do we got up for next week? Adam Azim, Murzayev against Tim Zhu. All right. That's all we got so far for next week. We got 2 fights up for next week. Let me look at that Tim Zhu card. Yeah, we're going to work that into the parlay. That's going to be the first fight I do the video on. That's going to be, I'll probably have that out tomorrow, I would imagine. Adam Azim and O'Hara Davies. That's too wide. I'd probably take that out. But if you probably minus 340, I don't like this bet. Minus 800. Yeah. Ooh. No, y'all think Harry Davies dropped off too much. We have some good Michael McKinson, Adam Bazine, Dan Aziz. That's a pretty decent card. That wanted to ask you guys, is that Assad is here? Interesting. So I had it either 7-5 Bivol or 6-6 Bivol. I thought it was very, very close. I could see the cards going either way. I'm not going to be upset with a decision going any which way in that fight. But I thought either 6-6 or 7-5. I thought it was really too close to call between 6-6 and 7-5 Bivol. I could see Kyle says he thinks Bivol. Here we go. I think Bivol got robbed. I was rooting for Beterbiev. I wasn't really rooting for anyone. Here we go. Bivol should have won. I knew this was fin to happen. I absolutely knew this was fin to happen. Hell no, Bivol did not get robbed. I don't think it was a robbery. I can't find 8 rounds that Beterbiev won. I can get to 7, and I don't have a problem with 7. It was an extremely difficult fight to score. I'm not going to say anyone got robbed. I feel like this is the Lomachenko Devin Haney fight all over again. When everyone's saying Loma got robbed, no, he didn't get robbed. You may have thought he won, but there was no robbery that took place. Like, if you think Bivol won, I don't have a problem with that. You know, I texted, and you can go back and you can check the chat. No, actually you can't. But I texted Muscles right after the fight ended, and I said, I thought it was a draw. I thought a draw was the best card, and it went close for Beterbiev. I don't have a problem with that. Just like if it went close for Bivol, I wouldn't have an issue with that. I didn't want no ridiculous scorecards. And 116, 112 Beterbiev, I don't think it's a great card, but I also don't think it's egregious travesty either. I think it's probably 1 round off, 2 rounds off. I'd like to see if I can. Hang on. Let me check this. Top Ranks just sent me an email. I sent an immediate email, even though we weren't at the fight. No, I don't. He sent me the CompuBox and some pictures. I don't have the cards. I don't have the official scorecards. If I get the official scorecard, if Top Rank sends me the official scorecards, I will link them. I will send them in the Patreon. But right now, I don't have that. I have some pictures and I have the CompuBox stats that Top Rank sent me. Beterbiev won. I have no problem with that. The right man won tonight. I have no problem with that. I don't think that's a trash take at all, Muscles. I don't even know that I disagree with you. If Beterbiev won, then Beterbiev won. Remember, bro, you originally had Beterbiev winning anyway. No, I like Beterbiev to win. I thought, I was getting talked out of it by some half of most of y'all, but I had Beterbiev to win. I definitely thought Beterbiev was going to win, but I wasn't confident with it. Like I said, I'm 51-49. I like Beterbiev to win, and he took care of it. My best advice, and Kyle says I didn't bet either side. I was trying to be unbiased as possible. Yeah, it's kind of my thoughts. I thought your best bet on this fight was not to bet. Just enjoy the fight. This is going to be a brilliant fight, and it was a brilliant fight. So just sit back and enjoy the fight. I thought that was good gambling advice. Probably lay off this fight. I'm sorry, I'm still getting some texts. The wrong man won, but whatever, says Macho Gavacho. We had people up in here earlier that all thought Beterbiev won. Like, we had a bunch of Beterbiev was cutting out the ring and one of the best. He was. Look, you can argue this either way, guys. This was a extremely hard fight to score. Like, extremely difficult fight to score. Like, really hard, really difficult to score. Bivol couldn't get away. That's true. But Bivol was putting the, especially in the first half of the fight, especially through, I would say, the first 8 or 9 rounds, really, he was putting good combinations together that was stopping Beterbiev in his tracks, that was hurting him. He caught his attention a couple of times. And if you scored it for that, I have no problem with that. If you scored it for Beterbiev's activity and cutting off the ring, and bringing the fight to Bivol for most of the fight, and you scored it for Beterbiev, I have no issue with that. This was an extremely close fight, ridiculously hard to score. So I'm not going to make much with the scorecards themselves. I don't have much of a problem with them. What I do have a problem with it is O'Hara Davies, Adam Azim at minus 800. Does everyone really think O'Hara Davies is that shot? Really? I mean, I understand Barroso stopped him in a round, but he's not that terrible of a fighter. He's not trash. I'm really, so those are the next 2 videos I'm going to do. Hopefully I have them Sunday, Monday, maybe Sunday and Tuesday. They're both good. I agree. I had 7-5 Beterbiev. Both are special fighters. Agreed. That's why I just want to do it again. Like this, if Beterbiev is not going to retire, which, like, if he does, he does. I have no problem with that. But if they're going to fight, if they're going to continue fighting, let's just do it again. Bivol took most of the early rounds. Agreed. And Assad, how did you score the last half of the fight? How many rounds from 7 through 12 did you give Bivol? Because it's probably only 2, 8 and 9. If you gave him 10, then you probably had Bivol winning. I'm not telling you how you should have scored the 10th round. It was the one round I couldn't score. You know, if I give it even, I have it 115, 114, Bivol. Probably my scorecard. Bivol did take the early rounds. You're right about that. And Beterbiev took the last round. And that's why I said this might be a draw. Macho Gavacha says, I like Davies in that one. I got to watch the tape. Look, at plus 500, he's worth a gamble. Like, that's telling me that if they had 6 fights, if they fought 6 times on Saturday, and you simulated it 6 times, O'Hara Davies would win just once. No, I think he's better than that. Gary Austin chimes in. I agree. Gary Austin checking in with words of truth. Would love a rematch. Unfortunately, Gary Austin, this is boxing, and we probably almost certainly won't get one. I don't want to be a dick. I don't want to be a hater. And I love what Gary Austin's sentiment here is. I would love a rematch too, but Gary Austin, I would say we're almost certainly not finna get no rematch because why? Oh, this is boxing. We can't have nice things. My boy Rocket coming in with a super chat. Want a quick 1550. Here you go, champ. What's the next fight for Monday? My dude, Rocket coming through with the $20 super chat. That's my dude. That's a good man. Davies and Azim are good friends. Well, they're friends. They're not brothers, right? They're friends. Okay. All right. Appreciate you, Rocky. You want to get into Monday's fights? We just did that, but let me get into that for you again real quick. Because when you come up with a $20 super chat, let me see. What am I'm bugging here? All right. Hang on. All right. Do I have this up? You got me? Are you with me, Rocket? I want to get these bets in more. See, it's never winning that makes me want to bet. When I win, I can walk away. It's when I lose, I have to chase it, right? Is that weird? Like winning, I can walk away. If I won $1 million on a bet, I would walk away, no problem. But if I lost $1, I'm getting that back. I'm chasing it till I get it back. Awada, Noriega, lay off that. Akui, I think that's safe. I think Kenshiro is super safe. I think Inoue is probably safe. I think Squaga is probably safe. Oh, I hate the odds on this. And Tanaka is safe. And then Tenshin Nashikawa, obviously, minus and Jojo Nakatani. We don't have props on this, which is annoying. I don't know if you have props on that with Hard Rock. But like I said, you could just parlay, Rocket. You could just parlay all of the favorites outside of the Awada Noriega fight. You could just parlay all the favorites. It comes to plus 133. And there you go. Because we don't have any props on Monday's fights. We have them on Sunday's fights. We got props on that. Interesting. Takuma Inoue. Inoue by decision, I like at minus 160. That's a sexy bet. Sasumi by KO. Well, if you do this, you can create a little bit of arbitrage, right? Take that out. If you took Inoue by technical decision and Sasumi by stoppage, you're going to create a little bit of arbitrage. And I kind of like that. Right? You can take Inoue and you can put $150 in Inoue, $160 in Inoue, and then take $60 and put that on Sasume, $200, put $200 on Takume, and then $100 on Sasume, and you're creating a little bit of arbitrage. You make money regardless of who wins, either Inoue by decision or Sasume by stoppage. You could do that. Bivol moved well and took most punches on his gloves, says Assad. Beterbiev didn't make a dent in him. I don't know that that's fair. I'm okay. I agree with you on the first half of that statement, Assad. If Beterbiev didn't make a dent in him, why did he win the last 3 rounds of the fight? Definitely the last 2. If Bivol wasn't dented up, if he wasn't slowing down, why did Beterbiev? Unless you don't think Beterbiev won the last 2 rounds, I think he clearly did. Does that work for you? I want to come back to this. Beterbiev didn't make a dent in him. I don't agree with that. I agree with the first half of the statement, not the second half. I want to put these bets in now so I can get more. Does that work for you, Rocket, what I just gave you? Let me know. Message me if you want more. I definitely want you to make more money. So message me and let me know if you need more. If that's good, if you're happy with that, or if you want me to take a little bit closer look. I have props. It says, what are the props? Rocket, what are the props on why? Oh, jeez, on Nakatani by stoppage and Nashikawa by stoppage? What are the props on Nakatani and Nashikawa by stoppage? Tenshin Nashikawa. He's a good fighter, man. It's a fun fight. Does anyone know it's a Taiken promotion? Taiken Promotions? Mr. Honda, does anyone know how we're watching that fight? Does anyone have any clue how we're watching those fights? Can someone get me a stream? Can I bootleg them? How am I watching the Japanese card on Monday? Rocket, what's the problem on muscle? Great minds think alike, muscles. I agree. I think Assad, look, Muscles, look at Bivol's eyes if you didn't make a dent in them. I agree, Assad. Never made enough of a dent. Look, Assad, if you think Bivol won, I don't disagree at all. Not even slightly, not even a little bit. I kind of had a draw or 7-5 Bivol. My official card, and you guys are gonna hate this, is 6-5 and 1 even. 115, 114 Bivol. I gave the 10th round a draw. I know you guys hate that. So depending on how you swing that round, it's either 115, 113 or 114, 114. I don't hate this. Like I don't hate this as a take, Assad, but you can't say Beterbiev didn't make a dent at all. Like he slowed him down and broke him down. And if that's an old school 15-round fight, Beterbiev clearly wins. But it's not. So that doesn't matter. On my card, I would kind of maybe 51-49 lean in your direction of Bivol winning that fight. There you go. Here we go. Here it is. I love this. Chio checking in. Beterbiev won clearly. You cannot just win the early rounds and guard and run for the rest. People are just salty because of their bets. I think there's a point in that, and that's why I told y'all the best bet on this fight was not to bet. Just enjoy the fight. Just enjoy the fight. He was gassing Bivol out. He was. You know, look, but I want to be fair to Bivol. Bivol stood up and endured much more than the average bear takes. He stood up and endured much more. Much more. Sorry, I'm late on the podcast, says Roger. Best podcast on YouTube. Thank you, Roger. Thank you. Thank you. Over 115, under 115 for Nakatani. Ooh. What's the over under? It's not 10 and a half. How many rounds? Well, how many rounds? The tension Nasukawa fight. What's over under how many rounds? Let me know, Gary. I like both guys to win by stoppage. If there's only over under bets, Rock, I need to know how many rounds. How many rounds? What are they setting the over under at? Hey, Gary, I have been in the hospital for a minute. Oh, Raj, you okay, my dude? Do you think that you can get me unbanned from Bobby Midnight? He played a joke on me and forgot to unban me. I need him to pass time in the hospital. Thank you, bro. Oh, Raj, my dude. Wow. First of all, shouts out to Raj. Prayers to Roger. Hope everything is well. I hope everything is okay. But yeah, I don't know. I can't make him. I will message someone and see if I can ask. You know, I can ask Raj and I will. Prayers up, buddy. Hope everything is well. And I will relay that message for sure. Shout out Roger F. Absolutely. Guys, smash the like button. Smash the like button. Don't be a dick, y'all. Smash the like button. To be honest, never seen Bivol gas slowed like that. The pressure looks at yeah, I agree. But Bivol still stood up better than every other person did who's ever fought in Beterbiev. So give him that too. Thanks, Rock. Yeah. 6.5 Nakatani. I take the under. I take the under on that. I take the under, Rocket. Oh, thanks, Raj. Raj says I'm the hardest punching podcaster in the business. Thank you, Raj. There They should run it back. Yeah, Macho, I agree. Let's run it back. Like, let's do it again. I have absolutely no issue with that. 6.5 rounds tension. Take the over. Shoot, that's hard. Dang, that's a hard one, man. Like, that's exactly what I was thinking. Like probably around 7. Take Nakatani on the stop on the under. And take Nakatani by there's no you don't have a stoppage prop, right? Take Nakatani on the under, and then just take Tenzin Nashikawa to win, and there's your plus money parlay. Bang. I'm not. That one's too hard. I like Nakatani on the under. This one, I'd lean towards the over, but I don't know. Get better soon, Raj. Absolutely. Safe to say, Beterbiev needs just fine. Yeah, I thought too much was made of that. Like, you could have knee surgery and be better in a week or two. I thought too much was made in the build up about Beterbiev's knees. Knees are scoped and they're in and out like they're day surgeries. The Nastanga fight. I did a video on it. Check out the video. But to answer your question, where are the odds on Nastanga? Hang on 1 second. Guys, I didn't get to watch much of this undercard because I was watching the Texas Longhorns game. I did not see the Nastanga fight. Oh shoot, Nastanga lost. Oh wow. Thank you, Muscles. Thank you, Muscles. No stoppage. Yeah. All right. Roger says neck and spine, epidurals, neck surgery from when Billy Milano crushed me from SOD concert in Studio 54 can be seen on YouTube live at Butterkin Video SOD Rock Concert. You am the guy who jumped 30 feet on me. Oh wow, that's crazy. Oh man, prayers up, Raj. Wow. Hey, Raj, I got friends and family over in Suffolk County, LI. Message me. Send me a message. I want to talk to you. I lost $150. It happens. It happens, my man. I didn't see the fight. Oh wow, he did. He Nastanga lost. He's sloppy as hell. I mean, I thought he'd win. He's sloppy as hell. I'm not like shocked, but I thought Nastanga would win. That's interesting. All right, let me get through these and I'm gonna wrap this up. I've been going for 45 minutes already. Rocket wants to know Saigo Yuri fights Gary. Decision 170, KO plus 190. Ooh. Hang on one second. Hang on, give me 1 minute on that. Let me look this up for you real quick. Rocket. Decision. I like the decision. Go with the decision. I think decision. How? Ooh. How was the fight? How was the Nastanga fight? Did he get destroyed? Was he winning before he got? It's not that it matters. I mean, he's gotten flattened before. But Ibuki, ooh, people are picking him, and I hated that. But I thought Ibuki sucked too. That's interesting. How did he look before he got stopped? Mount Rushmore of ring announcers. Let me get back to you on that. Let me, Raj. I'm gonna message you on that. Message me. I'm gonna let me think on that for a second, right? Because Jim Lampley has to go on it. Gil Clancy has to go on it. You know, I can only go with guys I've seen. So those two would definitely be on it. And let me get back to you with the other dude, Gil Clancy, ring announcers. Oh, ring announcers, not ring announcer. Oh, Buffer, Jimmy Lennon Jr., ring announcers, not commentators, announcers. Buffer, Jimmy Lennon Jr. David Diamante, for sure. David Diamante. So Buffer, Lennon, Diamante. I'm definitely going with those three. And then I'll go with since Tommy Triber is a friend of mine, a personal friend of mine. He lives in San Antonio. I'll go with Tommy Triber. I'll show Texas some love. I think decision. Yeah, I go with decision. Assad says, don't take Sal Sanchez. Better to avoid it, in my opinion. He just arrived in Japan less than a week ago for the fight. Casemiro weighed a pound over, but we were wearing Canon's gloves for the fight. All right. That's a good tip from Assad, from Chio. Appreciate you, I am Chio. Rocket. Squaga money line. Yeah, I like it. A Squaga money line. I'll take it. Oh, the over 9.5. Take a Squaga money line. Take a Squaga money line. Okay. So it was it a beatdown? Was it pretty one like it was obvious? Interesting. Jimmy Lennon Sr. All right. What about hang on. I don't have a book. That's not in my book, is it? Yeah, I definitely don't want Sal Sanchez. Sal Sanchez is just an opponent. I mean, he's a decent fight. I don't want to be disrespectful. Casemiro, I don't have that in my book though. What are the my Assad? My hunch here is that Casemiro wins that fight, but I don't have it in my book at all. I didn't know that fight was happening until just now, until y'all started talking about it. Don't have it in my book. But if you're asking me who I think wins, I think Casemiro won. David Diamante, also another friend of mine, excellent dude. I think he's actually the best right now. He's the best right now. Thank you, Chio. What's the line on that fight though? What's the what line are you getting? Because I haven't seen it. What? Casemiro beats Sal Sanchez. We're confident in that, right? Casemiro beats Sal Sanchez. We're all confident in that, right? Sal Sanchez. Yeah, I would go. I would easily go. Yeah, I'm seeing that now. I didn't know this was on that card. This is. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, interesting. No. Actually, it's not. Actually, this is a completely separate card. This is a separate card. Casemiro Sal Sanchez. Casemiro failed to make weight. This is a separate card. This is its own card. It has Vince Paris and Kayaguchi on it. That's a good fight. That's a really good fight. The acclimatization would play a big. Yeah. No, it is. I agree. Acclimating to Japan would be it. Fred Money, great question. And I let off of this. I didn't watch the video on this. Iwata, I would say off the top of my head, but I don't want to give you bad advice on a really close fight. I didn't get to watch the tape on it, and I said this early on. Like that's my bad. That's on me. But I didn't get to watch the tape on it. Sorry, y'all. That's on me. That's a really good fight, and it's too competitive. I just ran out. I was gonna do a video on it, and I did the Alasquaga fight instead. I just straight ran out of time on it. No, it's all good, Chio. It's the one fight I didn't want to bet on. Awada by decision, Awada on the money line, Awada on the money line. But don't take that bet off of what I'm saying because I didn't get to watch the tape. I just straight ran out of time, Fred. Off the top of my head though, Awada money line minus 195. It's not a terrible bet. My bad. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get to going. I'm gonna close this out. I've been going for almost an hour. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Thanks for the lively nature. Thanks for the super chats. If you guys have any last minute questions, comments, thoughts, super chats, concerns, if you do have any last minute questions, comments, thoughts, super chats, or concerns, put them in the comments now. Otherwise, forever hold your peace because I'm about to peace out of here. Fred Money says thanks. I wish I had better advice for you, Fred. I really did. You too, Fred. Have a good one, my man. I hope to see you back in the chat soon. Hopefully, we always do, my man. We always do. All right, y'all. From Texas to the world, thank you and God bless.